Good morning, students. Today I am going to perform an activity in front of you. All of you observe the activity carefully. What happened in this activity? I threw an object vertically upwards. It attained a certain height and then it started falling down on the surface of the earth. Dear student, let's have some brainstorming on this activity according to physics. What happened in this activity we will see according to physics. The object moves vertically upward. This is the first thing we have noticed in this activity. When the object was thrown up, it attained the certain height. The object moved vertically upwards. The second thing, the direction of displacement of object. The direction of displacement of object is vertically upward, but it is against the direction of gravitational force of the earth. We have studied that a gravitational force acts vertically downwards towards the center of the earth, and the direction of gravitational force is vertically downwards. Here we see that the displacement is upwards and gravitational force acting is downwards. Therefore, the direction of displacement of object, which is upward, is opposite to the direction of gravitational force of the earth, which is downwards. The third thing, what happened? There is the object moved vertically upwards. The direction of the displacement of the object is opposite to the direction of the gravitational force of the earth. There is change in the velocity. This change in the velocity is due to gravitational force. What happened to this velocity? The velocity of the object the velocity of the object decreases. When we throw an object in the air, it moves vertically upwards. The direction of displacement of the object is opposite to the gravitational force of the earth. There is change in the velocity of the object due to the gravitational force of the earth. The velocity goes on decreasing, and then finally the object comes to rest. And then the object finally comes to. My dear students, it was a simple activity in which I threw an object in the air. It attained a certain height and then it came down. This was the effect we have seen. But when we have a brainstorming on this activity, we came to know certain different points regarding physics. The first one, the object started moving vertically upward. It attained a certain height. The direction of the displacement of an object is opposite to the direction of gravitational force acting on the object. There is change in the velocity of an object due to the gravitational force acting upon it. This change is because of gravitational force acting on it. What is this change? The velocity went on decreasing, and finally the object came to rest. Now, when the object acquires certain height, then the gravitational force start acting on the object and start object pulling towards the center of the earth. Okay. The gravitational pull of the earth starts the object moving vertically downwards towards the center of the earth. And definitely there is a displacement in the object, and it is also in the same direction, that is vertically downwards towards the center of the earth. Now what happened when we consider the body falling vertically down? Mind well, it is falling freely. The gravitational force of the earth is pulling it down. The object moves vertically downwards. The object moves vertically downwards. The object is falling vertically downwards towards the center of the earth. My dear students, when we throw an object vertically upwards, it attained a certain height and it came to rest. Then the gravitational force started acting upon it. The gravitational force is acting vertically downward towards the center of the earth, and the object moves vertically downwards. The direction of displacement of object, the object is coming vertically downwards, and the direction of the gravitational force is the same. When the direction of the displacement of an object and the direction of the gravitational force of the earth is same, then what happened? Definitely there is change in the velocity of an object due to gravitational pull of the earth. So we'll write it. There is change in the velocity of an object due to at a maximum height, the object comes to rest. It starts free falling due to the gravitational pull of the earth. The direction of the motion of the object is vertically downwards towards the center of the earth. The gravitational force is also acting vertically downwards towards the center of the earth. Now again there will be change in the velocity of an object vertically downwards. But how is this change? The velocity of the, in the previous situation we have seen that the direction of displacement of an object and the direction of a gravitational force acting upon it was opposite to each other, due to which what happened? In that situation, the velocity of an object went on decreasing. Here, the velocity of an object increases. Dear student, it was a simple activity, but we have classified it on the basis of brainstorming and try to know what happened in this activity according to physics. Again, when an object is thrown vertically upwards, it attains certain height, the displacement is vertically upwards, and the gravitational force acting on the object is vertically downwards, due to which there is change in the velocity. Mind well, there is a change in the velocity. This change in the velocity is due to gravitational force of the earth. And when the object is moving up, the velocity goes on decreasing. After some time, the object comes to rest and then start free falling due to the gravitational pull of the earth. The gravitational pull of the earth is directed vertically downwards towards the center of the earth, and the displacement of an object is also in the same direction, that is vertically downwards towards the center of the earth. And then definitely there will be change in the velocity of object due to the gravitational force acted on the body or an object by the earth. But in this situation, as the displacement and the gravitational force acting on the body by the earth are in the same direction, the velocity goes on increasing. So this thing happens in a small activity. one point we will take in consideration and give emphasis on that particular point, and again we'll have the brainstorming on that particular point. There is change in the velocity of an object due to the gravitational force acting upon it. There is a change in the velocity of an object due to the gravitational force acting upon it. The rate of change of velocity with respect to time is called as acceleration. In the previous activity we have seen that there is a change in velocity, and when there is a change in velocity we say that acceleration comes into play. So this is the definition of acceleration. The rate of change of velocity with respect to time is called as acceleration. So now we have studied what is acceleration. Whenever there is a change in the velocity with respect to time, there is acceleration. And in the previous activity we have seen that there is change in the velocity due to the gravitational force acting upon it. And if there is change in velocity, then there is acceleration in that activity. My dear student, with a definite purpose, I introduce you here acceleration. The rate of change of velocity with respect to time is called as acceleration. And again, I want to introduce you one more terminology, that is Earth's gravity. The gravitational force acting on a body, the gravitational force exerted by Earth on a body is called as Earth's gravity. The gravitational force exerted by Earth on a body is called as Earth's gravity. Now we have studied two terminology in physics just now. One is acceleration, and the gravitational force exerted by Earth on a body is called as Earth gravity. Definitely these two terminology is going to come in our next definition, and the next definition is related to this both terminology and the activity we have performed. So it was a simple activity, my dear friends. I threw an object, it went vertically upwards, attained a certain height, started falling free fall towards the center of the earth, and then when the object was moving up, there was change in the velocity. When the object was coming down, again there was a change in velocity. We have considered the direction in the first activity. When the object started going vertically upwards, the direction of displacement of the object and the gravitational force was opposite to each other. The change in velocity due to the gravitational force acting upon the body, this change was the velocity went on decreasing and the object came to rest. But while coming down, the earth started pulling the object towards the center of vertically downward towards the center of the earth. The displacement was vertically downward. Both the displacement and the force of direction was in the same direction. Again there was change in the velocity. This change was due to the earth's gravitational pull, and the velocity went on increasing. And my dear friends, when the velocity went on changing, the rate of change of velocity with respect to time is called as acceleration, and then we say that in that activity there was acceleration. But this acceleration was due to gravitational force of the earth. This acceleration was due to gravitational force of the earth. Then whenever a gravitational force is acting on a body, in the definition we are saying the gravitational force exerted by earth on a body is called as earth gravity. Is called as earth gravity. So we studied two terminology. One is acceleration and second is earth gravity. The gravitational force exerted by earth on a body is called as earth gravity. Acceleration is produced in this activity. The acceleration is produced by the earth's gravity, and therefore it is called as acceleration due to gravity. The acceleration produced by the earth's gravitational force, the acceleration produced by the earth's gravitational force on a body is called as acceleration due to gravity. Is called as acceleration due to gravity. So my dear student, just now we have studied the topic related to our chapter, that is acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity is denoted by small g. Acceleration due to gravity is denoted by small g. Acceleration due to gravity is a vector quantity. Acceleration due to gravity is a vector quantity. The physical quantity which can be completely described by magnitude as well as direction is called as a vector quantity. The physical quantity which can be completely described by magnitude as well as direction is called as the physical quantity. So there should be direction to acceleration due to gravity. The acceleration due to gravity is denoted by small g. It is due to gravitational force acting on the body. And we have seen that the gravitational force acts always vertically downwards towards the center of the earth, and therefore acceleration due to gravity also acts vertically downwards towards the center of the earth. It means that the direction of acceleration due to gravity is also vertically downwards towards the center of the earth, and therefore it is a vector quantity. According to Newton's second law of motion, the rate of change of momentum, is directly proportional to the impressed force, and the change in the momentum always takes place in the direction in which the force is applied. It simply says you one thing. If I take an object and apply a force, there is change in the momentum. Momentum is something related to the moving body, and this change is depending upon the impressed force, means depending upon the force which I apply, and the change in momentum always takes place in the direction in which I am applying the force. Less the force, less the momentum; more the force, more the momentum. But what is momentum? Momentum is nothing but the total content of motion in a body. It can be also said that momentum is a product of mass and velocity. Momentum is equal to mass into velocity. According to the Newton's second law, the rate of change of momentum. The rate of change of momentum is equal to, what is the rate of change of momentum? It is change in momentum upon time. What is change in momentum? Change in momentum is mv minus mu upon time. Momentum. The rate of change of momentum means change in momentum upon time. Change in momentum means final momentum minus initial momentum. Here mv, what is mv? Final momentum. mu is initial momentum. Final momentum and initial momentum. What can we do here? We can take n as a common, mass v minus u upon t we put as it is. V minus u is rate of change of velocity, or v minus u upon t is a. The rate of change of momentum is ma. What about definition say? The rate of change of momentum. The rate of change of momentum is directly proportional. So what I will write? The rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the force, to the applied force, is directly proportional to F. But the rate of change of momentum is what? Ma. ma is directly proportional to force. Therefore, F is directly proportional to Fa, that is the rate of change of momentum. And again, what we'll do, let F as it is, we'll remove the sign of directly proportional, we'll put is equal to Kma. Here, K is equal to 1 is constant, so we get F is equal to ma. Equation 1 according to Newton's second law of motion. According to Newton's second law of motion, we got the mathematical expression which is F is equal to ma. Now student, one more question must be coming in your mind. Why I am giving you the introduction of one topic in the between is that all the topics which we are going to consider are going to come in our definitions and in our study of 10th standard. These all topics are related to the previous classes. For example, you might say 8th standard, 9th standard, 6th standard, 7th standard. But all the knowledge you have to gather here to develop your understanding. If you have a good knowledge, you will have a good understanding. So here we have got F is equal to ma from Newton's second law of motion. What was the Newton's second law of motion? The rate of change of momentum. The rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the impressed force and the change in the direction and the change in the momentum is always in the direction in which force is acted. And then we have used that knowledge and definitely we were successful in deriving one expression regarding to physics is that F is equal to ma. But my dear student, we also have studied F is equal to G capital A upon small m upon R square. This has given to us by Newton, and according